I'm always looking for somebody smarter than me.
Look at that. Look at that cross section.
Before you have to dump.
She's dialed in. I like it.
I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers, I'll tell you that.
Always important to get lined up right.
Remember when you used to be able to smell diesel? Nah, no more, Billy.
This is the first time I've ever ran this big of a setup. Well, howdy folks. Good afternoon. We're over here at our place and we're back at it doing some more corn. We ended up finishing everything over at David's. We got all his beans done, got all his corn done. It's just been a whirlwind here of late, and we haven't done the best job of getting stuff shot on the camera the last couple days, but we're gonna get back at it here today. Corn's dry enough that we aren't drying it at all. We're just going and putting it right into the bin. So moisture's about at 15%, so that's just about where you want it, and hopefully our augers keep up when it comes to transferring, and if that's the case, we'll be going for a while until we want to quit. But we're already making pretty damn good headway on this, our furthest north field on our farm. This is about all we got left over here that David's getting started. I better go catch him because he's getting pretty damn full.
Hello, YouTube. We are back. I finished all of my crop by October 3rd this year. I doubt that there's anyone who's ever farmed in any of my family lineage who has ever finished harvest by October 3rd. My guess is most of them probably didn't even start until October 3rd or later. Anyway, I'm happy. My stuff's done. We're back here at the This'll Do Boys place, and we're gonna hammer away. Hopefully, we can bang out this corn here. We've got, by my guess, 320 acres to go. So hopefully we can bang this out, and they can also say that no one in their family lineage has ever finished harvest by insert date here, October early, something like that. So again, we're back on corn. It's dry enough. We're gonna open the chutes and let her fly right straight through the bin, send some of it down the road, but hang on, here we go.
Well, here we are. Oh, Sawyer just about took my mirror off my tractor with the auger on the cart. I've just got the transfer auger running out of the dryer. We're gonna dump it and go, and I talked to my neighbor. He's gonna haul a few loads for us right out of the field. Thanks to having the Brant cart, we can load him pretty fast, which that makes truckers happy. So this corn is 3-year corn on corn and sprayed once with fungicide. And it is a Pioneer number that will remain numberless. And those of you that know, if you know, you know. It's about 25 bushel off of where it was last year. Stocks are not fantastic. I think when we move into this next number, it'll get a little better, but not exactly what I was hoping for. So anyway, stay tuned. Well, we finished up the north field, and now we're moving to our west field here on our farm. Just got done unloading, and David is opening up this field, getting all the point rows off, so that always takes a little while because he's just got to maneuver around and around and around. But once we get everything opened up, we'll be able to go full board again. Auger's keeping up great. It's 5 o'clock now. We'll probably run for another 3 to 4 hours. We've been going at it pretty much all day. We're gonna have a strong wind coming tomorrow, so with as dry as the corn is, you worry about the stock quality as time goes on, so hopefully nothing gets knocked over. But we're gonna keep fighting the fight and keep going as long as we can go, and hopefully the auger can keep up. I bet we're gonna aim to try to shell about 10,000 acres, or 10,000 acres. That would be an insane amount. 10,000 bushels today and get it in the bin. So hopefully we can achieve that goal. Yeah, on to the next field. Well, I just thought I'd take a break. We got this all done. This is 100 acres. We took about, I don't know, 8,000 bushel off of here. Not as good as last year. This field just went over 200 bushel. Last year it was like 230, 232, which was phenomenal. Best yield I ever had. So, and this is 3rd year corn on corn. And if you remember, I didn't have very even emergence I think I kind of screwed myself. I probably should have put some sulfur out there, either with the planter or with the spray. That probably would have helped give it a little vigor to get out of the ground better. But big issue for us down here with the corn on corn is the amount of stalks, and the winters that we're having, they're just not breaking down. And so curious, tell me, are you guys spraying anything on these stalks to help them break down? Is there any guys out there that are going back to doing more tillage? I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna do for next year. I'm gonna go beans on this ground here. I'm not gonna go a 4th year corn on corn. Just curious. I'm always looking for somebody smarter than me, and it's usually not very hard to find. But anyway, let me know. Hey, while I got time, I'm gonna give you the review now that we've run this Brandt auger cart for, I don't know, we've had it for a couple weeks now. We keep moving around hoping that they're not going to find it, but I have a feeling that the day's coming that they're going to get it. We have a cart that we run, an 800 bushel Jan-M cart. It's a nice cart, and it's got the swivel, not quite as fancy as that one, but you know, that thing works great. But you don't realize how useful a bigger cart is till you have a bigger cart. That ability to catch two to three rounds before you have to dump, or like when you're opening up a field, being able to get all the way around and get dumped on multiple times before you have to get back to get emptied out. It is so handy. I really like the way this cart's built, and I don't know, because they all may be built like this now, but the way this undercarriage is and how, you know, it flares up so the cart actually sits lower makes it really stable when you're out running in the fields. At David's it's no big deal because all his ground's flat as a table, but you get over here where it rolls a little bit, and like just out there on the other side, having that lower center of gravity is really nice. The bolt together part seems to work great. Sawyer's gonna go catch him, so my test subject's gonna run off, but we've been really impressed with it. Unload speed is faster than I can make it work without running the wagons over. Yeah, all in all, it's been about flawless. Haven't had any issues with it. It's pretty perfectly matched to that 4-wheel drive. I mean, you got plenty of weight even when it's loaded. I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers, I'll tell you that. I guess if you're market for a cart, I'd sure as heck give Brandt a run and see what you think, because it's been phenomenal for us. So
yeah, the soybean harvest went pretty well at my place this year. Had some pretty good yields. Had just a ton of rain and moisture this summer, which soybeans don't really like to be wet, and I could see that in my wet places in the fields. Those soybeans weren't very good, but any place that the drainage was good, the soybeans are really darn good. So we got a lot of rain, and the beans really grew tall and bushed out. So they put on a lot of foliage, and I think that kind of had something to do with it. Just a lot more surface area to pick up the sunlight, just grow more bean pods or put on more bean pods. Like, it was dry for I think 45 days. Supposedly the driest 45-day period since 1800 BC or something. I don't know what it was, but it was really dry, so those beans didn't really get a very good chance to put on just extra weight in the beans. Long story short, I'm rambling. We had some pretty decent beans, super green stems. They were real hard to cut. With all that water, they put on really thick stems. Yeah, I mean, guys driving 2.5 miles an hour. I was only going 3 with my tiny little 25-foot head for a few hours there, just painting the ground green with green stems and leaves. But anyway, beans are done. Back to something fun. Back to running corn. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Still loving this cart. I just can't stress enough how great it is to have this cart. I'm gonna be sad to see her go, honestly. I wish we could just keep her. That window, the camera, the amount of bushels you can hold, the bigger auger that can unload faster. It's awesome. I've really got acquainted with this setup. It is a big sow to move around, but man, is it sure fun. It makes running the grain cart a blast. So it's really fun, really enjoyable. I hope we can do it again next year for sure, because I'm having fun. I just had a realization this year, you know, I've done this for, I don't know, long time. I've been harvesting for a long time. This is the first time I've ever ran this big of a setup, but I wish grain farming, as the ag economy goes the way it does, everything's gone up on input side, and the margins on grain farming just get squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, and it gets harder and harder to make a living just grain farming. Fortunate enough for us, we raise hogs too, so that helps. You know, there's a lot of complexity with grain farming, but at the end of the day, it's simple. Sometimes I wish that it penciled a little better, like the old days, because it sure is a lot of fun to grain farm with your family and go balls to the wall for a long time during harvest and planting season and all that. But man, it's tough to make a living grain farming unless you're farming thousands upon thousands of acres. We're only farming hundreds of acres, so that's why we do the social media. That's why we're doing the hogs, doing everything we can to diversify our farm. Our goal is to pass it on to the next generation. Just reminiscing, I just wish sometimes it just penciled a lot more and you made a little more money so that you could do this full time and not have to do a whole lot of other stuff. So hey, it's still a blessing to be able to do this and do it with your family, and I'm just fortunate enough to have the opportunity to farm, because I know there's a lot of people out there that, you know, wish they could, you know, and I wish that more people could too. I wish it wasn't so hard to become a first-generation farmer. It just is, man. You just got to keep grinding and persevering and enjoying the process along the way. That's what we're going to do. If any of you are wondering where Ismat is, he's busy taking pictures for my brother's business. Like I said in the video he was on, photos and videos for houses, for realtors. That's what my brother's business is. And so Ismat's a hell of a good drone pilot and photographer and videographer, so that's what he's busy with. He's got a pretty busy schedule this week, so he couldn't make it out to help us, but maybe next week he'll be available. Just depends on how busy they are. That's where he's at, because I know some of you probably want to see more of him, but he's a good dude, and he picked up on the grain cart pretty easily. We're gonna unload a load here. You can kind of see my point of view here. Always important to get lined up right. That's the first step. Make sure your auger's getting extended out, which mine is, so that's good. And wait for it to come around the mountain. Man, I love this camera. It's freaking awesome. The only thing that gets sore in the tractor is your neck, because the amount of times you gotta look back or look to your side is quite a few. But this seat is sure comfy. My back doesn't hurt at all, which is awesome. Just the tightness in the neck, that's about it. Hard life. That's enough on that wagon. So we're gonna move to the next one. A little further out. Open the gate. Let her eat. Yeah, like I said, unloading on this with this auger, it's much more bigger than the other J&M grain cart that David has. So the amount of throughput you can put through it and how fast you can run a load, man, and fill a wagon is quick, which is awesome. On the money. Nothing more satisfying than filling a wagon to perfection. Good to go, Torque. Take her home. Take her to the promised land, Torque. Take her to the promised land.
Yeah, we got about 1 week left with the Grain Intimidator here. The big old 1120 XT. We're gonna miss her. We had a little bit of an issue with it on Wednesday night. Sawyer called me, said, hey, it's making a really loud noise. So I ran down, and there's no big deal. There's no problem with it. It was just the slip clutch on it was set a little too loose. Torque called their kind of service guy, and Tim came down and he got it fixed within a couple minutes. Just tightened that slip clutch up, kind of looked everything over, and yeah, just great cart, great service. I haven't used it much. I only go gate about number 3. It goes open all the way to 6. Empty turtle or full turtle. I wouldn't know what it would look like if you're going full bunny, full 6. I suppose after time I could get used to it, but no, anyway, it's a great cart, big, plenty of capacity. Definitely gonna miss it when it's gone. It's a nice machine. We've picked about 10,000 bushels today, and apparently it's humming through the bin auger system pretty good, so we haven't had to stop yet. So apparently a little 4-inch auger can outperform my 6-inch auger at my place. That was my big holdup at my place, was I can't get my main unload auger underneath my cross augers, so we have to run it all through my system to get it into my holding bins. First day we did about 6,000 bushels because nothing was empty, but yesterday we were able to do about 12,000 bushels. So, but yeah, that's my holdup in my house.
You tired yet?
I am getting tired, but we better get all we can because the wind's supposed to blow tonight, and the stock quality is not great. Easier to pick it now than have to pick it all one way. I think you could have sprayed fungicide 3 times this year and it might have paid. I don't know. Anyway, we're doing the best we can with what we got. This'll do. So we're gonna cram as much corn in as what we can. We're transferring it as fast as we can over to the big bin. This is probably about 9,000 bushel. I'm thinking we can probably do 12, maybe 13,000 tonight before we have to quit. We're filling the bin faster than it can transfer. We'll get all we can. You run it when you're unloading your own corn into your own auger. If I'm at David's, then I just run the hell out of it. But here, I try to take care of it. There's our adjuster for our auger because our cylinder seals blew out, so Sawyer got the full benefit of slapping that piece of angle iron in there, but it's working just fine as long as we don't have to move the auger. If that cylinder was good, we would have just filled this bin and then just put it up to the big bin and run it in, but we can't do that. So we're waiting for a rainy day to fix the cylinder. So we got about 2 rings before we cover up the circuit flow, and you don't want to do that. That's a bad thing. So that's probably about 2,500 bushels. It's actually a little more than that because we're taking it out. So we might be able to get another 3,000 bushel in. I'm gonna go up this one and see how full it is, and then I won't be able to talk because I'll be so out of breath.
I could just stare at her all day long. All day I could look at her. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Beautiful piece of equipment. This thing would make the Michael Jordan of equipment babies. This would be an all-state linebacker right here. With as much power, as much size, torque, strength, it would be an all-American. All-American baby.
We got 4 rings, so that's 14,000. There's about 14,000 bushel in there. That bin will hold like 25,000 clear full. So we got plenty of room. It's just how fast it'll move over. We can keep going for a while.
do a quick settings test here, see how the combine's running. What I'm seeing, the cobs look pretty good. Those look pretty good there. They're not ground down too much. I can smell the emissions-free combine. Remember when you used to be able to smell diesel? Nah, no more, Billy. Yeah, we got a few. We got a few down there, but I think that's head shatter more than anything. Let me check. I just switched to a different hybrid here. Let me check and see what it looks like. I think I just counted 4 and 2 square feet. That's pretty damn good, especially for 15% corn. She's dialed in. I like it.
The sun don't reach weary eyes. Yeah, we work those fingers to the bone. Oh, it's the promised land.
Still going, and I mean, can you just, I mean, there's no better night than this right here. I mean, that sunset, can't beat that sunset. Can't beat this kind of night. Perfect weather, perfect conditions for harvest. This is why it's my favorite time of year. These are the kind of nights that you live for. I hope you guys appreciate that drone footage because that sunset was awesome. That was some of the coolest drone footage I've shot on harvest ever, just because where we're at right now with the sun being where it was right there, just perfect. So Friday night, wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So having a good time, enjoying it. Just want to keep pounding the stone and keep grinding away and just enjoy it. We're gonna just keep hammering. Like Dad said, 12,000 to 13,000 bushels is what we're gonna try to aim to get done today. Probably 2,500 to 3,000 more bushels. So we're just gonna hammer down and get through it. Shout out my mom. She got me some a meatloaf sandwich from a really good diner in our local town. Look at that. Look at that cross section. I can't even eat in peace. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe false alarm, I don't know. Harvest, I feel like Joey Chestnut with hot dogs. I'm just pounding food as fast as I possibly can. I probably set a world record for how fast you can eat food in a tractor. I might be up there. I might be top 10, I don't know. But when you're running, you gotta just eat fast because there's always something to do. Yeah, I think I downed that in about 3 minutes. No, not really, probably like 5, but hit the spot. I mean, I've never really had a meatloaf sandwich up until this diner in our town started making them. Man, does it hit. I love meatloaf, but holy smokes. I never thought to add more bread to a meatloaf and put it in between 2 pieces of bread. Hey, more carbs the better, I guess. Gives you energy. We're sitting at about 7 o'clock here, so probably another hour or 2, and then we will be finished. So we'll see where we end up. All in all, really good day. Really good day of work. Tomorrow we got a podcast with the Hilbert brothers coming to the barn to do a Barn Talk podcast. So be looking out for that. My dad's got a wedding. Torque's got a wedding he's got to go to. So we're not going to run tomorrow, but we will run probably Sunday after church, I would assume. Then try to run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and hopefully get done by Thursday or Friday. That's the plan. So we'll just keep on keeping on. Well, folks, it is 9:20. We're still going, but we are damn near the end here. We got everything we can get into the bins, but then we just wanted to top off all the wagons and top off the grain cart. And we'll unload it tomorrow morning, because by morning the auger should have transferred majority of the corn and we'll have more room in the bin. So, oh man, it's been a day. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. I am ready to take my shoes off and lay the heck down. I don't really drink that much anymore, but I won't lie. I would take a beer right now, no doubt about it. That's gonna kind of wrap this one up, guys. We really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for tuning in every single week watching our videos. I know our cadence has slowed down a little bit, but life's just been crazy. So we appreciate all of you that have stuck with us. Like and subscribe. We love you. you're a farmer, have a great harvest. If you're just somebody that loves watching farming videos that doesn't farm, we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.